What is up, folks? JJ back here from Pure Bets, talking a little March Madness. Selection Sunday was just last night, and here I am, bright and early to talk through the games. As you see, I have the coffee. As usual, even got a little water on the side, which I might dive into. I'm going to have a vid for each region here, so be sure to digest all you can or don't and see if I care. These games tip off between Thursday, March 17th, Friday, March 18th. I'll also talk on some of the pre-games as well. Let's not take away, though, from the fact that I was 4-0 with a little weekend sweep on the live college basketball shows this weekend. So nice to build some momentum. Without further ado, though, let's just dive right in. And just so you know, I'm going to go from top to bottom from each region, in case you're wondering why the times are all scattered. Yeah, that's why. All right, so here we go. 1-16 seed, Gonzaga, Georgia State, Thursday, 4:15 p.m. Gonzaga minus 23.5. Total 148.5. Look, I'll make this quick as Georgia State had a fortunate path to the Sun Belt ship and able to get their bid here. Texas State, I'm sorry, likely would have showed better here, but it won't matter from that Sun Belt. Gonzaga is a superior talent in this game and very well could score 100 here if they wanted to. Regardless, expect a comfortable win here from the Zags. But look, I never enjoyed betting these fat numbers early in the tournament. Quite a cakewalk for Gonzaga in their bracket, though, overall. They definitely have the easiest path out of everyone. Alabama has the upside to take them as a deeper seed, but other than that, their side favors them to get to the Final Four with some ease. As for this game, though, I like nothing. All right, 8-9 seed, Boise State, Memphis, Thursday, 1:45 p.m. Memphis minus 2.5, total 131.5. It's annoying that these two got matched up together here because both of these have quite upside or tremendous amount of upside. Memphis has quite a few advantages, so this number makes sense. I actually make this Memphis sub 2.8, a little further than that actually, but so it's a fair line for me. As for the total, it's interesting, right? Memphis loves to run, but they actually have some major advantages in the half court here against Boise. Slowing down might make sense to Boise's pace. For a Mountain West team, though, Boise's extremely long, but so is Memphis. Expect a lot of good defense here, and whichever team runs better sets and knocks down their jumpers wins this game, because that's the problem. Both these teams don't exactly get a lot of easy layups per se. Look, I have the spread in total quite fair here, so this will be another stay away game for me. 5-12, New Mexico State, UConn. I did that backwards. UConn 5. Either way. Friday, 6:50 p.m. UConn minus 7. Total 131.5. It's a tricky game for UConn. As Mexico State is no joke. The issue with New Mexico State is that they get a lot of their freebies inside, and UConn is just so tough in there. Look, Sanogo and Martin are so tough to score against. And Mexico has their hands filled in that regard. Now, UConn's problem is their inconsistencies on offense, right? When this team's not grabbing offensive boards, they can look quite inept offensively and go through some serious droughts. If UConn dominates the glass, expect a comfortable win. But if not, Mexico State is super live to upset here. I'll pass. My numbers have this fairly fair. Need a little pun there. So this is another avoidable spot for me. Don't worry. I'll give you some leans, and I'll have best bets. These three, not games I like. Arkansas, Vermont. Speaking of best bets, this game is a 13-4 matchup. Again, I did it backwards. LOL. Thursday, 9:20 p.m. Arkansas minus 5.5. Total 139.5. Look, Arkansas got a bit hosed here as a 4 seed with this matchup. But even worse is Vermont, who should not be a 13 seed. Both teams got a tough opening draw here. Vermont is the play, though, at 5.5. That's a DK in New Jersey minus 115. That's a best bet for this region for me. Vermont has three-point shooters everywhere, and they just run absolutely fantastic sets. Arkansas has physical advantages all over, but they are at times extremely undisciplined. This is not a team that they should be just letting do whatever they want on offense in Vermont. Arkansas is not great defensively by any means, and super vulnerable in this spot, as mentioned. Now, Vermont is not getting near enough love in this spot. As the Catamounts absolutely burned through the AEC this season. This team has nothing to lose, and Arkansas better tighten up defensively. Otherwise, Vermont will just shoot them out of this gym. Easily my best bet in this region for this video. So, yes, Vermont plus 5.5. Got that DK in New Jersey minus 115. So a potential 6-11 seed matchup. It'll be Alabama versus either Rutgers or Indiana. That's going to be Wednesday at 9:10 p.m. I will, in this case, though, talk Rutgers, Indiana. That total, Notre Dame minus 1, total 132. The winner will play Bama as an 11 seed on Friday at 4:15. But the Wednesday 9-10 game is the Rutgers Notre Dame. Now, look, Rutgers Notre Dame is offense versus defense at its finest, right? I mean, Notre Dame's going to fire from 3. Rutgers a little vulnerable from 3 defensively, but they're going to play a very physical game here with Notre Dame. Rutgers got beaten out beaten up this year by a strong Big Ten conference. Well, Notre Dame had a favorable ACC draw. Both teams play slow, but expect Notre Dame to just fire up a ton of threes. And while Rutgers tends to try to do a lot of the damage inside the arc, Rutgers needs Ron Harper Jr. to show out here to get them to advance. But Notre Dame can easily shoot themselves into a matchup with Alabama. I'll say this, that Alabama is definitely rooting for Notre Dame here, as they're going to have tremendous advantages against Notre Dame. If it helps, I don't love anything in this spot, but if it helps, I do make Bama sub 3.5 versus either team. Should be a fun one, though, slightly in my favor to Rutgers. Okay, so 3 versus 14 matchup, Texas Tech, Montana State, Friday, 1:45 p.m. Texas Tech minus 15.5, total 129.5. Look, Montana State had a great season in the Big Sky, but they draw a brutal spot here versus Tech, who's basically just a superior clone to them. Both teams play slow, great defense, do a lot of damage at the stripe. But Tech is just so much better in these categories. The length from Tech will be a major issue for Montana. Montana State, who struggles to score at times and turns the ball over almost at will. Tech couldn't have gotten a better matchup for them, and as they'll dictate pace throughout, and shouldn't have much of a scare here. Big number, though, and Montana State could certainly hang around a back door, so I will pass this spot as my numbers are pretty close to what the market has. A 7-10 matchup between Michigan State and Davidson. Michigan State minus 1.5, total 140. This game's at Friday at 9:40 p.m. Nice dual strengths here. Michigan State and Davidson, both teams snipe at an elite level. This time of year, though, we know Izzo's teams are ready to go, right? This is a tough draw for both these squads. And even for Michigan State, as Davidson shoots threes as soon as they get off the bus. And these types of teams always have tremendous upside in this bracket. Now, to Juwan Howard's credit, I like the sets this team runs in Michigan. A little too much ISO at times. But, that's not uncommon with talented athletes. Davidson's a very disciplined group, though, and they swing until they find an open guy. And the ball just does not stick in that offense. So expect a ton of pressure from Davidson here. Michigan has to stay disciplined on both sides of the ball, or this will be an early exit for them. No love play here for me. 2:15, last but not least, Duke and Cal State Fullerton, Friday, 7:10 p.m. Duke minus 17.5, total 143.5. Look, Duke draws a really favorable matchup here. There's not much to say. As a 2 seed, getting Cal State Fullerton in the spot. Look, a lot of decent teams out of the Big West this season, but Cal State prevailed on top. I'm by no means high on Duke, though, in this tournament, but this is an awful spot for the Titans. Got some value on Duke at this number, but not near enough to fire. Actually cap it slightly above 18. Of all the 2 seeds, Duke got the best number. Duke got the best draw in this matchup. But yeah, this will be a pass for me, even on the total. So yes, this wraps up the West region opening round games. Best bet, Vermont plus 5.5, DK in New Jersey. May the odds be ever in our favor. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, hope you step on a Lego piece. Look, drop your comments below, your thoughts on these West region games, and let me know who you're betting yourself, right? Be sure to peek the other 3 region vids as I'll have bets for each of them, or each region, and best bets in each of those videos. Fun-filled week of content on our channel. More NBA rundowns for Spread Tyler. Don't get overwhelmed with college basketball. There's still other sports going on. Kegger's live shows in full force as well. Look, I'll see you folks next time, but until then, be sure to gamble responsibly, stay safe, and yes,